So the question we're going to talk about today is what happens after you start your channel and instead of niching down, you find that you want to talk about a lot more than one topic. My fellow YouTubers, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well, your channel is doing well, or you're continuing with the grind no matter what. But I have a question for you that I am kind of stuck and I'm looking for suggestions from people, some tips as to what we can do with the Tossing Salad podcast channel. We've changed some things around in the last couple weeks, and I have determined, much as a lot of you have over the years, when you have started a channel and you have determined over time that instead of niching down, fixing on one particular type of topic, we have gone the other way on Tossing Salad podcast here, to where we have found that there are several different areas of topics that we enjoy talking about. It's literally like the channel is set up and how we came up with the name, a toss salad of virtual topics that we want to talk about over time. And what I have done in the last couple weeks, and a lot of you are going to be like, I recognize this, and you are probably struggling with this also. What I want to do is set up the Tossing Salad podcast channel that you see here right now. We are now going to call that the Tossing Salad Podcast Hub, which is a catch-all for everything that we do. And then the 4 or 5 main topics that we love talking about on a consistent basis, that we have a lot of interest in. You know, sometimes I feel like when you niche down so much, you do the same thing within the same genre over and over again, and you get tired of it. You get bored of it, and you want to kind of break out and do some different things, but sometimes your channel kind of holds you back because you're like, well, that's not part of my channel. And then you worry about the people that are subscribers to your channel that are like, well, I don't know if they're going to particularly like all the other stuff that we do here. So that has kind of gone in my head. What I'm hoping that you can kind of just help me guide me through this and give me some tips, because here is where we're at. We are going to relabel the Tossing Salad Podcast channel as the Tossing Salad Podcast Hub. And then the 4 main topics, as of right now, we're going to split those off. Or actually, we're going to create 4 new channels to help support that hub. And I know you're thinking, oh, Brian, don't do this. You're creating a lot of work for yourself. You can barely keep up with the one channel. And I get that. And that's going to be something that we're going to have to behind the scenes kind of figure out how to manage that. But what I want to do and why I'm doing it is I want to make the experience for the subscribers or the people that come to the channel on the certain topics that we do. They may not be interested in all the other stuff that we talk about, in a sense that these are the 4 main topics that we're breaking the channel up into. And this is what we're calling it: TSP DIY, TSP Total Entertainment, which is going to be like video games, music, TV, movies, stuff like that. And then we're going to have TSP Food and Eats for all of our food reviews and recipes, things that have to do with making things in the kitchen, all the foodie type stuff that we do. And then we're also going to have TSP Sports. So the thing that kind of unifies it together is the TSP Tossing Salad podcast. But we're going to make it super clear for people that are going to the channels that this is just for sports talk. This is just for DIY and tool stuff. This is just for entertainment in the form of movies and music, you know, vinyl records, video games, stuff like that. And then the food and the eats and the food reviews. Those are the 4 channels that I would like to have. Now, I've gone back and forth and I am totally confused now. Now that I've made those separate channels and they're set up, they're ready to go, I'm stuck on how to organize and where to put the videos. In a sense that, do we create all of the videos and host them, put them on the main Tossing Salad Podcast hub, and then on those independent channels, let's say the tool channel. If we do a tool hack, the latest Milwaukee tool hack at Home Depot, do I put that main video on the Tossing Salad Podcast hub and then I just link to it on the TSP DIY page? Or if we do a food review at a local restaurant, we did a sandwich the other day, the America's greatest rated sandwich. It was like a Thanksgiving sandwich. It was like turkey stuffing, cranberry sauce, and we went and tried that one out. If we do the review, do we put the video and or the short on Tossing Salad Podcast, the hub, and then each individual channel we're linking to the video, or should we upload that video basically twice to YouTube? One on the hub page and then one on whatever specific channel that pertains to. You see what I'm getting at? I know that there's talk that uploading the same video to different channels, YouTube could flag that as kind of redundant video. But I see that and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it doesn't make sense when you think about all of the other content when you're going through YouTube that uses the exact, they copy the exact same video from the original users, and they're getting thousands of views. So on one hand, I'm like, well, I can't double post my videos, because initially that's what I want to do, is put all the content on the hub page and then break it out into its specific page for those people that just want to see tools and DIY, that just want to hear about sports stuff. So it would make it easier that if I create a video, I can put it on the hub page and then I go post it again on the secondary channel. But then I also don't want to cannibalize views and I don't want to get flagged. So then am I putting the main videos and the shorts on the hub page? And then you know how you can go to any one of your channels. You can make a playlist, and it doesn't have to be your content. You make a playlist of all the videos that you come across, and you can have it display on your channel as a playlist, and you can link to somebody else's content. So should I do that, to where we put all of the content, no matter if it's the video, long form video, or if it's the shorts, we put that on the hub page, and then all we do on the supporting pages is make links to the video content and the shorts content on the hub page? Or should I go ahead and double post? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm asking. What are your thoughts? Have you encountered this issue before with your own channel? Regardless of if it's a podcast, live show, whatever it is that you do, I would love to hear from people that have found out that they are multifaceted, that they have more interest in the one thing. Everybody says niche down. And I understand that's an easy way to then market your content and your channel. If all you do is talk about U.S. men's national team soccer, well, that's an easy way to market what your channel's about. But if you're kind of like me and you have a lot of different interests, what do you do then? You can throw it all into this pot of everything, this virtual toss salad of topics that you're interested in. But to make it easier for the people that follow you, that don't necessarily want to follow the food and recipes don't necessarily want to hear about video games and vinyl records, but they're interested in how to fix something on their car or the latest Milwaukee tool that's out. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make it to where I can easily make and create content that interests myself, but then have an easy way to organize it and have it to where other people that are interested in that particular topic can go and subscribe and consume that information. And for people that want to see it all, they can continue to follow the Tossing Salad Podcast Hub page. Or if they want to just do food and eats, or they want to do DIY and tools, or they want to do just sports, or they want to do total entertainment, they can follow just those channels. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you've done it. What is the recipe for your channel and how you do it? Give me some tips. Give me some things to think about before I start posting to these other channels. Like I'm wanting to start posting, to start getting content on the separate channels, but I want to make sure that we're doing this right. We're thinking about this at the beginning and have it organized, and to just make it easier on myself and on the subscribers and the people that are here to watch certain content. I want to think about this before I kind of get started. So give me your tips, give me your thought processes. Let me know, is your channel kind of a big catch-all type thing? How are you managing that content? Or if you've gotten to this point to where you wanted to break off your channel into some sub channels, how are you doing that? And what would you suggest for me?